That was a homily that Jesus gave. He read the gospel and then explained the gospel, the meaning to the people. And as we hear this gospel about Jesus and the disciples walking on the road to Emmaus, I have this question for you, the good people here at the rivers today. Can a little walk, a little lap, a little walk around the block take you and me a long, long way? Well, you know, walking has been a favorite of mine, but then I broke my hip, so I have to use this buggy over there to walk. And I'm waiting for it to get too warm so I can start riding my tricycle around the rivers here. Walking for me is not merely a way of getting from here to there, or a good habit of getting some needed exercise. It's an opportunity for learning and growing in faith. The song we're going to sing today, I believe at the end, we walk by faith and not by sight. So when we walk, we can grow in faith. We have to keep growing in faith. I have to keep growing in faith. In our gospel, two disciples are walking along the road to Emmaus. Just 3 days before their master died on the cross. For them, it's all over. Now they're heading home to get on with their work and their ways of life. As they walk, they see things. They see many things in nature. Suddenly a stranger comes along and strikes up conversation. They're surprised. The newcomer doesn't even know what happened back in Jerusalem to Jesus of Nazareth. How the chief priests delivered him up to crucifixion. Still the stranger really had heard. In fact, he knows more than they do. He begins in ways that opens their eyes to mysteries they never thought of. Then at the end of their journey, their walk, they find out the stranger is the risen Jesus. Now, what's the outcome for us here at the rivers today? Well, I do strongly recommend you take an occasional walk, not only for health, but for spiritual awareness. And when you walk, invite the risen Jesus to walk with you. Like the song goes, daily walking close to thee. As you walk with Jesus, talk with him. Listen to what he has to say. Let him tell you the secrets hidden in all of nature, all around you, even in the raindrops, walking in the rain, all around you in the trees in the birds, and in the flowers. Someone once said, if we knew about just one part of God's creation, like the flower, we could arrive at the knowledge of God. A beautiful spring, which we're looking for, will take us back to God revealing the deepest secrets in heaven. For the flower comes from God and teaches us about His Son. As the poem goes, the poet wrote, a poem I learned way back in the seminary 70 years ago, Sacred Heart Seminary. I see His blood upon the rose, and in the stars the glory of His eyes. I see His face in every flower. The two disciples on the road thought they knew Jesus. Little did they recognize how much they didn't know about Jesus. So that walk not only benefits them physically, the physical well-being, it also strengthens, helps them grow spiritually. We walk by faith and not by sight. For when the walk is over, they discover the risen Christ in the breaking of the bread. Scriptural word, phrase, describe the Eucharist. Come to know Him in the breaking of the bread. It strengthens those spiritually. They come to know Jesus, not just in the flesh, but in the breaking of the bread. You know, it can do the same for you and me. You can be sure of this. A short walk can take you and me a long, long way. Hiking with the risen Christ might just be what we need desperately. So as we meet Jesus now in the breaking of this bread at this altar, it is Easter Eucharist. Resolve to take that walk with the Easter Jesus. Now let's pray the Creed, the Apostles' Creed.